Welcome to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
Where we'll hang out and discuss all things fantasy football.
Go rock this thing, huh? Love you, man. Go get it.
We'll give our best fantasy advice, predictions, insights, and more.
Play our game. All right? Play hard, but stay poised. Get it done.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready. The show starts with Devin, Rick, and Quinn right now.
And 3, and 2, and 1.
Wait. We should be like, let's have Devin start this off.
What is up, first fans? Boom! But where's Devin today?
If
He's
you
gone.
are just now tuning in and you haven't seen any of our recent videos, go check them out for sure. But
For sure.
now we have a third person is not here tonight, not feeling so good. All right?
We're hoping it's not Corona, but you know.
We're hoping it's not Corona, but don't get too scared, all right? We still have I have his information.
That's right. He still submitted the goods. He did his work.
You just don't get to see him, you know? It might be sad, all you ladies out there. Or should I say grandmas? Thank you, grandmas, for watching. But today, as usual, every Friday, we have our starts and sits
of the week.
And it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, we usually go through, and this is just something we have where we each give one start and one sit for the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end positions. So we're going to do that again today. We're going to start off with quarterback. And why don't we allow Devin to start us off?
Let's allow Devin to start it off.
All right, Devin, who do you have
And
for your
his
quarterback start?
Is Kirk Cousins.
Really?
That's how he spelled it. Kirk Cousins.
Wants to start Kirk, huh?
Kirk Versial, he says Justin Jefferson is starting to come on strong and fill in that
Tasty.
for Stephon Diggs role. And a soft defense ranked 31 against the quarterbacks.
Okay.
It's a great choice by Devin. Some good thought on there.
Wow.
I think I could agree. Possibly.
Yeah, so if you're on the fence, go ahead and start yourself some Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. My quarterback start is Teddy Bridgewater.
Hey, I've got some Teddy B.
I mean, how can you not start him? He looked pretty good and is against the worst.
He's played pretty good this whole season.
The worst defense, too.
Yeah.
He's given up 31 plus points to every quarterback so far.
Yeah. A league high touchdowns, too. 13.
Yeah, some nice
And his
stuff
receivers
there.
have looked pretty good, you know? I mean, Robbie Anderson's looked good. And I mean, the other two have not looked great.
But they are pretty good, supposedly.
Yeah, but they're pretty good.
And Mike Davis is in
spreading
the
it around,
backfield
yeah.
still catching balls like Christian McCaffrey.
He's like mini Christian McCaffrey. He hasn't slowed. He's like 75% of what Christian McCaffrey was.
Yes, indeed.
So nothing hurting him.
Yeah.
Teddy B.
Yeah.
All right. Also, when we do this, we each come up with our own information. So when we both have someone starting, that's
We feel
bonus.
good.
Yeah, we feel good. All right, who's the sit?
The sit for Devin is Carson Wentz.
Okay.
Alshon Jeffrey still out.
Yep.
D-Jack's questionable. And Pitt Steelers is well rested after bye week.
Yeah.
And that's a tough defense to go against. Plus, Carson Wentz is pretty garbage lately.
What, is he garbage or does he not have anyone to throw to? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Still garbage.
Because he's played really well the last 3 to 4 seasons. This year he's played really awful. So is it his wide receivers? Is it him? Is it a combo of both? At any rate, don't start him.
Yeah.
All right, who you got?
Sure. I'm sitting Baker Mayfield.
Oh, that's my favorite. I chose Baker Mayfield several weeks in a row now, and it looks like we're going to add one more to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Colts defense. Been destroying everybody, one of the best. There's no Chubb to back him up as well, because that really helps when your running backs are going to start. I mean, Kareem Hunt is pretty good. Dernest Johnson is supposedly good. I mean, there's only 1 week so far. Right. And Dallas is pretty crappy.
Yeah.
So
this will be a real test. We're going to see what Cleveland's made of this week.
I'm not playing Cleveland players. Well, maybe Hunt PPR, but I just think I'm staying away.
Yeah.
So
you got to play Hunt if you have him. But
yeah.
My sit is going to be Joe Burrow. After a couple of weeks' recommendation from you, where he did play well, he had some good matchups. This week, however, he's got a crappy matchup at Baltimore, and I think this will test him pretty good. And I just don't see him having a real solid game. So if you got other options, go for it.
I think that he will do just medium.
Yeah. Yeah, he's nothing to get excited about. So sit Joe Burrow.
You want to go right head on to your start running back?
I'll do a start. I mean, this is not brain science here, but I've got a player this week that started off the season pretty darn good. Everybody got excited, and then he had a couple of games that were good, nothing great, but this week is the juicy matchup, and it's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I mean,
really?
Of course, everybody wants to start him anyways, but this is the week where you're getting bonus. You're going to probably get 120 yards and 2 touchdowns.
2.
Yeah, 2.
And one's going to be thrown.
That would be interesting. I'd like to see that.
That's a good choice.
So start him with confidence this week, where before you started him, but it wasn't confident.
Yeah. I have a start of David Johnson.
All right, I like it.
You know, I wanted to start him last week as well against a really bad defense, and I didn't see that anything happening from that. But Bill O'Brien is gone, which I think was the death of the offensive line.
New coach.
I think he did not help with the offensive line. New coach, great matchup with Jax. I think David Johnson's finally becoming David Johnson again.
Yeah. You get a good, usually when you have a coach firing, that next week everybody's like kind of excited and fired up a little bit. So I do expect this week for them to have a good game.
Indeed. Right. Let's hear Devin's start.
Devin, what do you got, Devin?
He has Todd Gurley.
I think you should do it in Devin's voice, though.
I don't know.
Well, I think I've got Todd
Gurley.
Just kidding.
Hopefully
Devin.
he doesn't see that. He's got Todd Gurley against the 31st ranked defense against running backs. Last week got 2 TDs.
Yeah, he was solid.
Could repeat this, he writes in this article of Star Sits.
All right, Todd Gurley.
Good choice.
Who's he got for a sit?
For a sit, he has, surprisingly, Le'Veon Bell.
I can't imagine why.
If any of you know, is one of his favorites.
Yes, he loves Le'Veon Bell.
He understands fantasy football sometimes. And coming back from injury, could split carries. Also didn't look good week 1 before he went out. Plus, they're most likely going to be down. Sorry to say, Jets fans, if there are any out there still.
The good news for Le'Veon Bell, though, is we've seen Bill O'Brien get fired. You know, Adam Gase could be right around the corner. And if that happens...
Dude, he will never leave.
Le'Veon Bell might just actually do something.
I think Le'Veon Bell could be good PPR, maybe 8 catches.
I don't think this...
There's no Sam Darnold
first game
as well.
back.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I sit him.
Set him. Yeah, set him. Who you got?
And my sit is Melvin Gordon.
Okay, guess what? Melvin Gordon.
Oh, wow.
Last week,
High five.
I was
Corona.
on that. Yeah. Last week, I was all over that, playing Melvin Gordon against that tasty matchup. But this week, they've got a tough matchup at New England. And they're really good at shutting down what the other team does well. And Melvin Gordon is currently what the Broncos do well with all their injuries. I think they'll shut him down and make them try to have to pass.
Yeah.
So, if you got other options?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Sit Melvin Gordon. Did you have anything you want to add to that, or are we moving on?
Nope, that's it.
He's not good.
Pretty much
week.
the sum of it all.
All right.
On to wide receivers. Why don't you start?
All right, I will start Darius Slayton. He is a Jekyll Hyde player.
What did you just say?
Darius Slayton. You got him too?
No.
Okay. Devin?
No.
Okay.
Just wanted to know why.
Okay.
1 week and that's it for him.
Yeah, he had the first week where he went off. He had 6 catches, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. The preceding weeks, he's actually been the leading receiver, which hasn't been good, which tells you a lot about that whole passing game. Yeah. I expect this week, though, him to have another up game. They're playing Dallas, who is just really poor at stopping the pass. And I believe if there's one person that's going to catch some passes this week, it's going to be Darius Slayton. And I think he could take one to the end zone for you, get you 80 yards and a touchdown where you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Third wide receiver or flex play, Darius Slayton could be your guy.
Yeah, I feel you.
Okay, who you got? Start him up.
Here's the surprising of the year, because usually when we do these starts, you do players that have the great matchups.
Yeah, sure.
I have Jamison Crowder.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Against Arizona, who is 4th best, which is really good to say. But looking at the past matchups, not great teams have been against Arizona. So, of course, they would be 4th.
Well, the Jets can get some garbage time play because they're usually down.
Yeah, that's one of the things here. Even with Sam Darnold out, the scary force of the team is Jameson Crowder.
Yeah.
Getting 10-plus targets in both weeks that he's played. Plus, he's healthy.
Yeah.
He's just going to keep gaining the targets, possibly, 7 or 8 catches for 80 yards and maybe a touchdown, which is the good thing here.
Yeah.
And Devin has DJ Moore. He's against, the soft defense, ranked 25th against wide receivers. Hasn't exploded since week 2. If he does have a big game, it will be against a soft defense like Atlanta. Should be a high-scoring game as well, he writes.
This could be the week DJ Moore goes off. Let's go for some sits.
All right, and Devin has Odell Beckham against the Colts.
After that powerful game.
Had a huge game last week versus Dallas. Now he's going against Xavier Rhodes, who has looked pretty good this season. Going against fantasy number 1 ranked defense. Most interceptions, least points against, and least yards against.
Yeah.
So...
I predict Odell Beckham to come back down to earth. Beckham, like he has played over the last season and a half. Last week was an aberration where he went crazy. He had that crazy running touchdown, which doesn't often happen. Mm-hmm. He had that touchdown pass from
Mr. Landry.
Yeah, Landry, wide receiver, which doesn't often happen. So everything just worked perfect for him last week, and he'll come back down to earth and get his 4 catches for 65 yards and maybe a touchdown. That's just my prediction, but of course, sounds like Devin is on that spot as well.
That's what it sounds like.
Okay, how about you?
I'm sitting Robert Woods versus the Washington team. Is that who you have?
I don't, but when I did my research, I really considered Kupp or Woods. Mm-hmm. And the reason I didn't pick them is because I couldn't decide between the two.
Yeah.
I wanted to go Kupp, though, at the beginning.
He's been... pretty good.
Yeah.
Robert Woods. I expect Tander Fuller on Woods with Landon Collins helping that out.
Yeah.
Double 1-2 action. So maybe this is the Tyler Higbee show that we all been hoping for.
That's coming up next.
That all I've been hoping for. I think if one of them does good, it's going to be Cooper Kupp. Robert Woods has the real cornerback matchup.
Yeah, if that's whoever has that, that's another reason I couldn't figure it out because I didn't know who was going to be covering. Whoever's got that softer quarterback, I think is going to have cornerback is going to have that decent game, and the other one is going to probably not do so much.
Of course. And your sit?
My sit is Devontae Parker of the Miami Dolphins.
Devontae Parker.
He had a really good game. Good game last week. I know. Hey, I've got him on a team. I'm going to start him regardless of this. But they're playing San Francisco, who's only allowed 2 TDs all year to the wide receiver position. Playing San Francisco is already tough as it is. San Francisco's getting a lot of their offensive players back. I just think they're going to control the ball, control the clock, pretty much keep in check that Miami Dolphins offense. After this week, we're going to see Tua. Well, at least that's what I'd like to see.
Maybe Tua wants to see that too.
Yeah, of course. On to our tight ends.
Tight ends.
I'm going to start off with the starts because I'm segueing into what you were just talking about with the Rams playing Washington. They've been really tough.
Gerald Everett.
He might get in on this too. They've been really tough against the wide receivers. However, they have been the opposite to the tight end. Tight ends have gone crazy against this team. They've allowed 5 touchdowns.
Pretty good.
So, I think this could be a big Tyler Higbee week or Gerald Everett, but I'm thinking Higbee, and he could get a touchdown, or who knows? He gets them in bunches. Maybe this is his week to get 2. So, I would start Tyler Higbee this week.
All right, good stuff.
Who you got?
Me and Devin both got starting Eric Ebron.
I like that pick. I picked him up as a bye-week fill-in one.
Philly has been bad against the tight ends.
Yeah.
Devin says Higbee got 3 touchdowns against them. Kittle got 15 of 15 receptions.
That's it.
183 yards and a TD. This is a terrible defense towards the tight end. And Rothless Cheeseburger likes Eric Ebron.
He does.
He's a decent fan of the tight end some years, and I think this is a great matchup, especially with a lot of tight ends not having a lot of great matchups. There was only 4 I saw with really spectacular matchups.
Yeah.
Of course, you got to play Travis Kelce, George Kittle,
you're playing those
Darren
guys.
Waller, but their
even
matchups
with Kittle, he's got a tough matchup, but
their matchup hasn't been good. But that's just a good guy if you're feeling like you want to play extra.
And all these start sits, we're not telling you for sure to start someone or for sure to sit someone. These are just kind of feelings that we have. If you're close to, you got 2 people in mind and you're saying, we're saying to sit one guy, then maybe go with the other guy. We would never sit certain players, even if we're saying they're sits for us. This is more of we project these players to really not do very well. That doesn't mean they won't, but we're projecting them to simmer down.
Yeah.
Simmer down now.
Sure.
So,
all right, on to sits. And
on to sits.
Devin has Austin Hooper.
Okay.
Same kind of thing here, with the disgrace of the Browns that we're doing today.
Yeah.
Baker has the least passing yards out of all starting quarterbacks, which is what I've seen.
It's pretty trash.
And against a defense ranked first against tight ends, Austin Hooper, not good for him.
Yeah. This is going to be a really good game for us to take a look at Cleveland and see if they are a big boy, because they've been winning some games.
Yeah.
Or if they're just, kind of teasing us.
And this will also be good to see if it's really just the defense or if Phillip Rivers is the best noodle arm thrower.
Oh, he's the best noodle arm. I mean, who's a better noodle arm? Exactly.
I don't know. You're right. All right. Your sit, sir?
My sit is Dalton Schultz.
Ooh, nice choice.
Yeah, he's got a pretty tough matchup. The one area where the Giants have actually played pretty well on defense is covering the tight end. So I think Dalton Schultz is going to be, back down to that 3-catch, 4-catch, 30, 40 yards area and not going to help you out that much this week. So
it's good stuff. And my sit is Zach Ertz.
Yeah, that was another one I considered.
He has not done good this year.
Yeah, I wonder what's wrong with him. I mean, at first I knew with Goddard,
I mean, the thing that you expect him to do is, as being the only person on the team at the moment, he's not even getting a lot of targets.
The only thing I can think of is that they're just, that's who they're covering, doubling him and just not allowing him to catch anything. I haven't watched a lot of full Philly games. I get highlights in this here and there, but so
not a lot of Zach Ertz highlights.
Yeah, not much.
But expect Pittsburgh to do the work and shut him down, because that's really who they're going against is Miles Sanders, Zach Ertz, and those are a start sits of this week.
Yeah, something fun to keep us all entertained.
Yep, good.
If we even play games,
good stuff today, Devin.
Yeah, Devin, I appreciate your work.
Good stuff.
It's been nice. So with that being said, we thank you for watching our production. If you like the video, you wouldn't mind hitting the like. It just helps us out, helps us to grow the channel. If you like this video and you want to hear more in the future, click on the subscription and notification tab, and you will be notified right away when we got a new video. We do these videos Monday and Friday, and he likes to laugh a lot. But anyway, we do it Monday and Friday.
Subscription, dude.
Yeah, you want to subscribe.
So old.
You want to subscribe, you're getting a subscription to YouTube. Our channel.
The good thing is old people always are smart with football. I don't know.
It's true. If you take my smartness with his youthfulness,
you get football.
You get football. Get the best of both worlds. So,
yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much for watching. But the most important thing for you to all remember, the whole thing we play this game for, because fantasy football, fantasy football is all about finishing first. So that's what we want you to do. Remember to finish first.
Thank you for listening to the FantasyFootballFirst.com podcast.
Jackson throws complete. Crabtree has it for a touchdown.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Get more fantasy info and check us out at FantasyFootballFirst.com.